day 4 on the Maricopa Trail. Oh my gosh, it was so nice to finally get a decent night's sleep since we've been out here. I mean, yes, we're technically not supposed to be camping here, but we didn't really have any other choice last night, much like the other nights. Unfortunately, this trail is not particularly engineered for through hiking. But it's a beautiful morning, and the Tidy Bowl River is flowing. That water is disgusting. It tastes like chemicals. It smells like chemicals. It has like a slick texture. I don't know how to explain it, but it just like it tastes slick and it's water, but it like oily slick, I guess, is like the best way to describe it. It's disgusting, and the whole water source just smells. I thought it was the porta pots yesterday, but no, it's actually just the water because it was just released from a water treatment plant, basically a shit plant, less than 3 miles from here walking. So waterway wise, it's probably only got under it maybe a couple of miles of flow before we picked it up and started drinking it. Luckily with a filter, but yeah, it's gross. At any rate, we have a ways before we hit any further outposts of civilization. We walk through the rest of this preserve and then down along the border of the Gila River Indian Reservation, and then into the South Mountain Regional Park and across that to Guadalupe. Well, that's probably around 20 miles, so we are definitely not getting to Guadalupe today. However, we are just about out of food, and I'm not drinking any more of this water because I'm afraid it's going to make me sick. And when the water's bad and I know it's bad, I don't drink as much, and so I'm definitely going to get dehydrated. So basically at this point, the plan is once we pop out at 91st Street, the water treatment plant itself is right there. I'm just going to go beg at the door for hey, can I have some actual water that's appropriate to be drinking out here? Thanks for all you do to clean up Phoenix's water after it's been flushed down toilets, but we still don't want to drink it. So yeah, we'll see how far we get today on the minimal amount of food we have and the Tidy Bowl water we're drinking. See where we end up this evening. Should be an interesting day, but so far it is a just beautiful morning. It was cloudy when we woke up, but those clouds have already broken up. So I think we're in for another beautiful, sunny Arizona day. This part of the trail is still super nice. Unfortunately, I forgot to start the Gaia when we started walking this morning, so I have a little blank spot in between where we stopped last night and where we are right now, but it's not very much. I won't get a good accurate count of mileage for today though, because we stopped in the middle of a 3.8 mile stretch that's marked on the trail maps. This is just beautiful out here. I love all the differences in colors. Blue sky, green, orange, yellow, brown, everything. It is beautiful. Nice one, and the water is everywhere. It's really cool. I do stink. I kind of feel sorry for the wildlife that has to live in this. I'm it's beautiful to walk through, but I wouldn't care to hang out in it any longer than we are right now, just because this is clearly not the best water on the planet. And these poor ducks and whatnot are all living in it. They got wildlife areas set aside for them so these animals can live in the poo water. Poor duckies. And we're sort of getting into the heart of the water treatment area. I just saw a sign that says that this is a globally important bird area. Oh, poor birds. And I don't know if you can see that bird that's just standing in the middle. It's right there. I have no idea what that is, but that's a big bird. It's just sitting there watching. I have no idea what it is. I don't know my birds. I am not an ornithologist. If you watch any of my videos, you know that I'm not a lot of things. But that is a cool bird. Oh, he's out. Sorry, guy. I disrupted him. It is pretty out here. Today's gonna be a challenge. Not only are we gonna run out of food and do we have water that's basically just been down people's toilets and through a little bit of treatment before it got into our faces, we're also running very low on phone charge, the both of us. And so, and we're walking towards the sun almost all day. So that blows. But oh my gosh, it is beautiful out here. I hope that I'm able to at least get enough sun on the charger to keep doing video, because check this out. It's just amazing out here. And it smells like hell, but it is beautiful. So we're about to the end of the first part of Tres Rios Wetlands area, which is administered by the city of Phoenix. Overall, that's sort of the bird's eye view of what we're looking at. We've actually, like, since we've been walking down this little part of the trail, there have been a number of interpretive panels, but since we're both like running dangerously low on charge and it's super early in the morning and we're not getting to an outlet anytime soon, and probably today, not at all. So we're kind of relying on solar. We haven't really just taken any pictures or anything, but we gotta use the phone now to try and figure out the way to get to the second part. This is 91st Avenue. The wastewater treatment plant is there. One of the interpretive panels did inform us that yes, we are definitely drinking poo water. Yay! So that's distressing, but whatever. Here we are, look at us making our way along the Maricopa Trail. We started up here at Trilby, and now we're down here at Tres Rios. This is day 4. That's not too bad. But yeah, this has been a really nice part of the trail despite the horrible smell. And it's definitely getting poopier as we get further into it. And oh, I see a blaze over there. I'm still so glad they blaze this trail as well as they do, because I haven't really had to use the maps nearly as much as I normally do, like on the CDT or other trails that aren't as well blazed. So we got that going for us, but I am also running Gaia all day long, so that sucks up a decent amount of charge. Hopefully the solar panels will keep us topped off enough to make it through today. So from December 1st to May 31st every year, there's a small detour. You don't get to walk through the second part of the Tres Rios Wetlands. It actually reroutes you a little bit south. I guess it's like a sensitive wildlife area over there. The little speck up there on the branch, right about there. Well, there, I think is a bald eagle. There's a giant nest in the tree next to it. This area is actually not beautiful. Not sure what this is. I think it might be state public trust lands or part of the land trust. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's not the most beautiful part of the trail. So I have some really nice views of the Australia Mountains, which go back a lot further than I imagined. We're heading towards those, the South Mountains. But yeah, this section is, I mean, we got this crazy, basically river rock stuff. So not for the weak of ankles unless you're wearing some, good solid. So this is actually not that bad considering what we've just walked through is way worse than this. It is like, in most of the divots, it's just deep that. So not the most fun, but at least it smells a little less poopy here. And it's still just, nice sun, but not hot. We're actually still in a puffy. I'm still wearing my windbreaker and thermal. It is January, so it's not like smoking hot out here. It's pretty nice. Just this area is, utilitarian area. Get you from one place to another. But wow, there's a mourning dove right there. Oops, sorry guy, bye. And then another big ass bird in that tree up there. Not sure what that is. Well, at least if you're a bird watcher or birding is your thing, this would be a good area. I think back in the main area of the wetlands, one of the signs said something like, there's like over 120 species of bird out here. And I guess that's why it's a globally important bird area. So here we are, it's a little bit after 10 and there's water behind us, but it's like sort of standing pools of water near a bunch of industrial crap. Like there's Yeah, those big mountains, they almost look like mining tailings. I have no idea what they're doing over there. But yeah, so probably not a good idea to drink that water either. I have no idea where it's coming from, and I imagine that whatever all this industry stuff going on behind it is probably leaching into the water as well. And since we're at a point where we're both running low on power, we don't have external batteries, and we're walking into the sun most of the day, this is what's happening. It's not working very well so far. But oh my god, I feel like Iron Man. You know, this is what yet another one of the reasons why I don't particularly care to southbound typically is if you're relying on solar power to charge your items like we did a lot on the CDT, and you can definitely get away with on the PCT. If you're southbounding, this is probably going to be a good look for you, because otherwise, for the most part, there's no sun hitting your panels. Now, hopefully, it'll at least keep me charged enough to get through the day. This is the Solar Camps Olympic Hue. I had it on the CDT, but I really didn't get very many opportunities to use it. And unfortunately, as you can see, it's like scratched up a lot, so it doesn't work as well as it did when I first got it. But it was hard to use even on the CDT just because it was so windy, and this thing is so light. It would just flap around all over the place because I didn't have it secured at all, like 3 points. So yeah, ooh, smells like poop. Anyway, we are now walking sort of the border of the Gila River Indian Reservation down a power line or pipeline towards the South Mountains. We're doing this for, I think, about 6.5 miles. And hopefully the terrain gets a little bit better as we get further, because right now, even though it's flat as hell, it's still basically just transitioning between super rocky and super sandy, but like the smooth, rolly river rocks that make it easy to roll out an ankle. But yeah, this is definitely not the most beautiful part of this hike. Thank goodness that it gets you from here to there. And we got cows. Oh, a bunch of them. I'm not sure what they're eating. There's not shit to eat for them out here. Little babies over there. That baby doesn't want to have any part of us. That one just looks very curious. It's got its head tilted and everything, like a curious dog. And this mama cow. Hi, mama cow. Hi, mama cow. He's still, a couple years later, still trying to befriend the cows. There's the skinny cows too. Hi. That one's got a serious lean. I wonder if that's a condition. And then over here we have something that they're trying to keep in, judging from the angles of the top of the fence. No idea what. All I see is a couple of containers, but maybe they're not containers. They look like self-storage things that's sort of building back there. But other than that, I am not sure why that thing is there. That's crazy. They got some animal segregation going on here. We got what are those? I think those are goats. They have the goat area. Yep, definitely goats. And then the cow area. And then we first hit the horse area. So a little bit of everything. And hey, we've got, it's not ideal terrain, but at least it's better than the rocks and really fine, deep sand we were in. Now we got concrete, so we can pachoon down this thing. Ooh, there's an egret over there, or a heron of some kind, out in the middle of the little waterway. Oh, he's out. So we're on, this is called the Laveen Conveyance Channel, or Canal Channel area. I'm not sure. And I think this is the Sachs Webster House, which on Google Maps shows as like a historic spot or something. And it's just kind of plopped off here to the side. a little bit weird is like, oh, the prototype for all the tract housing around it that they just decided to leave off to the side and let time forget. But they don't want you going in there, obviously, since they put a bunch of fence like practically right up on the walls around it. Anyway, on that side of the canal is the Gila River Indian Reservation, and now we're walking down through, I guess, the Laveen neighborhood around Baseline. And we still are in need of water. Well, we're in need of everything, pretty much. But the Ironman strategy of power attainment is kind of working. I'm up a few percent. Obviously, the less I use the phone, the better. So, yeah. All right, so we just dipped into another one of these little pocket parks in this new Laveen development. And we talked to actually that lady behind us that's going the opposite way in the little wagon with the little girl. She's so cute. She was like, wee, like the little Geico biggie. But I asked her if there was any water in any of these pocket parks, and she said no, but there is. You know, she said they're making a new development. If you follow the trail, I don't know where she thinks this trail goes, because the place she directed us to is definitely a couple of miles off trail, but there's a Sprouts, so our food problem is solved. There is obviously water, so that problem is solved. So it looks like we're gonna have to be doing a little bit of bonus miles off trail to hit all that. But hey, at least we're not gonna starve out here, and I can get rid of this poo water that I've been sipping on, and not nearly enough because it's poo water. Nobody wants to drink that. It's disgusting. So we're off to a little off side trail adventure. Go hit that Sprouts. Well, that lady wasn't wrong about this canal system. Apparently, like, these canals just have sort of public walkways along the sides of all of them in this area, which is super nice. Gets you under, she said, the new freeway. I don't know what freeway this is. It's new. It's not on the map. But anyway, this canal basically looks like sidewalk goes right to the damn Sprouts. What? That's awesome. I'm shocked that there isn't more business. I mean, we're passing just neighborhoods with all of these box houses just stacked on top of each other, and there are just tons of them, tons and tons, and virtually no businesses to support them. We've passed one school. I mean, there's not even churches. Come on, people. Isn't that usually the first thing to pop up? But she said, yeah, there's a TJ Maxx, or they're getting a TJ Maxx. They really don't have any use for a TJ Maxx. But she said there's a Sprouts over here, a place to get pizza. I don't know what else is here. We'll check it out. Go grab something to eat. And then we're just gonna kind of hang out down here and figure out how to get back to Whitman, because we're not gonna be able to finish this loop. It's already clear in the time that we have. We have to be back. Today's the 15th. We have to be back in California like in 10 days, 11 days. And we're just not making the miles. And now this extra 4 miles, or it would be like 4.5 miles, bonus miles, just to get water, food, and all that stuff, putting us even further behind. We're still that far away from the South Mountains, and the trail walks pretty much along the entirety of them. So, I mean, that's a little bit slower going than something like this, where you can go reasonably fast, you know, or make faster miles, easier miles. So we decided to, because we like to have a good run at a trail, and we don't consider ourselves as having through hiked it unless we do the whole thing. And in this case, we were just gonna, you know, do the whole loop and call it good. Since we're not gonna be able to do that, we might as well cut out now so we can get back to trying to make some money rather than spend it. Actually spend a little bit more time gathering intel on this trail, or doing recon on this trail, because I really had only got basically to the Guadalupe section, or starting to get through Scottsdale Mesa. And so it was just like, you know, trying to slapdash this thing together. We just got so excited about the idea of doing a through hike in the middle of January. So basically, we're gonna take off, try to go cash up, make a little bit of money, get ourselves sorted out, figure out this trail a little bit better, because we're gonna be coming back this way, you know, the beginning of February. And at that time we'll have a little bit more luxury to do the entire trail, including all the spurs at one time without having to worry about rushing so much, and having a way better idea of like where the food is, where the water is, where can we camp, what do we have to do to make sure that we are doing this trail right. Because in addition to the fact that we're out of food, water, and virtually everything right now, the stress and anxiety posed by not having a place that we can camp securely and legally every night is incredibly stressful. So you do that once or twice, it's not bad, but when you have to do a whole trail that way, man, that sucks, because you're just paranoid all night, or at least I am, worrying that someone's gonna kind of do the 2 a.m. cop rap like I've had happen in the van before. It sucks, I hate that. So we're gonna call it for now. It's been a good fun run, and come on back out here a little bit better prepared and do the whole damn thing, spurs and all. Wow, so we just popped out of this tunnel under the new 202 extension, and patow! What healthy food awaits you right here, and some inexpensive fashion options. That's nice. She said there's a Sprouts and it's open. It's on Google Maps. Trust the Googs. I'll go check it out. So we're back at home base. Well, our temporary home base. Our home base for right now. And I'm looking at the phone because I just posted on Facebook. And, sometimes you just gotta look up and look around, because otherwise you miss shit like this.